Well, I fucking blew that one.
Right off the hop.
Okay.
Lovely. Yeehaw.
Time. All right.
So great. Rod Stickler, we love you. Awesome.
Welcome to the Winnipeggers, which was awesome on two separate points. One, I started off by playing the wrong fucking bit, and we can't start over again because then I'd have to cut you guys out, and I have all this stuff set up. So forget it. Don't worry about it.
No edits.
Second of all, thanks to the great Rod Stickler for that amazing opening that we just had. And since we're on it, we do have an update from the corporation. Oh, wow. This is from Barry Boobs. Nothing concrete yet, but I'm sharing the demos, both 60-second and longer. The backlog of 48 shows just helps build the legitimacy of the product. The latest live show number and tape numbers have been amazing. This is going to make some people's heads turn.
That's pretty big news for us. Like, we'll take anything. I've been hearing limousines and the 4 words, checks in the mail. I keep hearing that. I just love this stuff. It's just so great.
It's amazing to hear that the corporation is as interested as they are. I'm pretty excited about that. Always updates for you guys. You know, we're going to keep you up to date here on the Winnipeggers as we get ever closer to getting that national television deal. In what nation, we're not sure yet. But we're doing our best for you guys.
I mean, I was just happy that I got a free shirt out of the deal, but I mean, this could be big.
Oh, this is huge, man. Like, it's
this
crazy.
is even bigger.
I can't even sleep. I just constantly think about it. So it's a huge, big thing.
Extra large.
It's a huge, big thing. Talking about that shirt, Rob, are you talking about a Winnipegger shirt?
I'm talking about the Winnipegger shirt. Oh, look at that.
Wow, look at this. Unbelievable.
Looks like it's marked up or something.
Oh, yeah, look, it's got like the graphic on it, and it's dirty on the back. The shirt is able to just repel dirt, though. Watch this. Clean
and
as a
perfectly black.
Clean as a whistle. Best shirt I've ever seen in my life. You'll actually whistle when you talk.
Jay, son, cross
the Winnipeg shirts for sale. I think these are about $35 which is like it's nothing.
Actually, $20 is what they
$20 is a piece of piss, man. Buy like 5 of them. Give them to your family and friends. The shirt will literally change your life. You
can actually even use that shirt as a vaccination passport. Is what I've been told lately.
And that's the new thing, right? Is like you got to probably have that, and this is what you're going to be able to
just
do.
Put that shirt on, you breeze right through.
Can do anything.
By the way, for those of you viewers out there, you don't actually get that exact shirt. If you want to order one, we'll give you one that's clean, that's never been used to wipe up whatever Dave has going on over there. We'll give you a fresh.
It's just some cement dust from the old basement.
City Bob. City Bob.
It's not that kind of show, Rybo.
Oh, okay.
We got all the bells and whistles back, baby. You can tell by my background. I'm back at my PC, so we got all the fun stuff going on over here.
We are not nihilists. Yeah. We are Winnipeggers.
Oh my God!
It's just the show's just getting out of control.
Out of control here. Great to have you guys. It's amazing to think that we're almost at show number 50. We got a big live show coming up on Canada Day, which is very apropos. We'll talk more about that over the next few weeks or so. But last week, let's just get right into this right now. Last week, Dave, we had our best guest ever in your opinion? Talking about Susie Essman. Just tell her how great she was. Talk about her for a sec.
Well, she just was telling us off. Like, she's so good at it. She's like calling us bald fucks and fat fucks. It's right out of Curb Your Enthusiasm. It was a page right out of it, and she's definitely one of my favorite characters. And Ryan and I never know who Chris is going to have on, ever. He won't give us any clue. There's nothing. So I was completely blown away. I was literally jumping up and down in my seat. I haven't done that since I was a toddler. I barely move ever since I had a birthday early in the year and 1 foot closer to the grave type thing. So I haven't really moved around. I haven't done a lot. But yeah, that was fantastic, Chris. And she really let us have it. I think she gave us like about a 3-minute clip too.
She did. Cool. It was a very worthwhile cameo. She did a great job. So I thought I'd try and keep it along the Curb Your Enthusiasm. So I went to look for more Curb Your Enthusiasms, and I found this gentleman.
Oh, shut up.
Mocha Joe.
Oh, Mocha Joe. Mocha Joe's.
But the problem is, Mocha Joe refused to do the Winnipeggers.
Okay.
What?
All right.
Why?
Right. Come on.
Here's what he said. I said to him, hey, can you do a video for our show, The Winnipeggers? Same thing. Speedo Rabbo Irvas, say what you want to say. He said, I need more info on this one. I said, sure. What do you need? The Winnipeggers YouTube comedy show we do every Thursday. Speedo's a huge fan of Curb. So I was trying to get you to do a Curb type bit on the cameo. And then he says, I can't introduce or promote any group on YouTube. I'm not allowed. I said, really? Because every other cameo I've bought does. He said, if you're going to use it to promote your show, then I'm not interested in that. Right here.
Well, you know what? He's a prick.
I personally don't do that. No disrespect intended is what he says.
He's a prick on the show. Larry doesn't like him. That's his nemesis on the show. So ban him. Ban him.
If you're going to use it to promote your act on YouTube, I personally don't do that. No disrespect intended. That's what he said.
So what total disrespect intended. Thanks, Mocha Joe.
Complete disrespect, Mocha Joe. You piece of shit. You know what, Mocha Joe?
Exactly.
You know what do you think? What should happen to Mocha Joe for that ill conduct of his?
Banded.
Yeah. You know what? You're right. He's banned.
banned?
Forget it. Now Mocha Joe joins fake Jason Voorhees, Willie Tyler, but not Lester, Wayne Gretzky, Bud, Mr. Lindell, and Tawny Ansel, that useless cameo she sent. Mocha Joe, no disrespect intended, but you're banned.
Sorry, Mocha Joe, you're banned.
Sorry, man.
Banned.
But he will. But he
Banned.
did get him for your birthday next year, Dave. So you'll get a birthday message.
Great.
As long as you can't promote the show. But you're banned from this show.
Yeah. His
You're
coffee's
banned from
overpriced
this.
Exactly.
Exactly. You know, we're going to open up a spite cameo
Yeah,
just to mess with him. But we got some great letters from the family this week.
Oh.
Just some amazing stuff.
I love the family.
The family's been great. I actually was going to read some of the actual comments that we get from YouTube. Dave sent me some, but I was going to start off on the YouTube that Michelle Worrell said, I just ordered a Winnipeggers shirt.
Right.
So thanks to her for that. Here's one from Super Unknown. Funny story. For the longest time, I confused Rybo's brother Kevin with some other Kevin, talking about the mistaken identity, with some other Kevin, a grade above me at Sansom, who played trombone in concert band. And then he says, Kevin Lang? Maybe. I just assumed he was Kevin Ahoff. When I finally realized he was a different Kevin than Kevin Ahoff, I said to him, doesn't your dad work for the Liquor Commission? Kevin Lang's response was, hell no. Maybe he hangs out there a lot, but he doesn't work there.
Kev did some telemarketing for Mrs. Scioto at Winnipeg Free Press once. That's the only job I'm aware that he had.
Tiffany Grady says, Dave kind of looks like Jimmy Kimmel, which would make someone mistaken for Jimmy.
Okay.
Yeah, that's bad call.
I don't know if Dave really looks like Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I'm not sure about that.
Which version of Jimmy Kimmel and which version
I guess
of Dave?
the bearded one, maybe. I don't know. Jake Chavez, one of the family. He says,
Jake.
My favorite cameo to date, Susie Essman cursing Speewee out, is amazing.
Yeah.
And here's a great one. Dave, you actually sent me this, but I'll read it straight off the YouTube channel here. Laura G. Hey, Winnipeggers, I love your show. Every time I watch, I laugh my ass off. I watch every week. I've come to the conclusion that you're the Canadian Beatles.
not bad.
This is great. Irvas, you're Paul, the cute one in his bearded face. Nice. Speewee is John, the witty intellectual in the rooftop fur coat phase.
The drug addict, you mean?
And Rybo, last but certainly not least, is George, the exotic, mysterious one in his all things must pass phase.
Nice.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
All three of you are attractive, hip young things trying to make the scene. We definitely do need that. I smell a spin-off show with Spivak. Keep up the great work. Cheers, Laura from Toronto.
Laura,
Oh,
thanks,
that's
Laura.
awesome.
Give
All we
Laura-
need is a Ringo, and we can
Little
hit
golf clap for
Well,
Laura.
I guess Barry Booze would be Ringo, maybe.
Oh yeah.
Cheers, Laura. Cheers, guys.
Cheers,
Great
guys.
to be back with you guys again. And that was an awesome comment there
Very cool. Very cool.
from
Super
Laura,
cool.
which was very, very cool.
We got so much stuff. We'd love to show it all, but we get so much now.
We get some,
It's nuts.
Dave, you were mentioning that you have some stuff that you wanted to do.
Yeah, I want to pay respect and tribute to these fans because they take a lot of time out of their day, man.
They
They're
do.
putting a lot of crap into this. Not crap, good crap.
Yeah. Crap in the
good
best
stuff.
possible term.
Yeah, in the best term. So I came up with a little thing, and we'll see how it goes. I'm not sure how this is going to go here. That's me just walking away for a second, and here we go.
What the hell is this?
I'm kind of scared.
Hi, family. I've been thinking a lot about you. I love each and every one of you. Jake Chavez, you're our cousin, and I love you, and I can see you, Jake. I see you. Little Tony Mariani in Manitoba, it's cold in the winter, Tony. I can see you. I love you. Winnipeggers love you, Tony. Oh, Queen Thorlickson, and your evil friend Thorleen, you're watching the show. You're not commenting. We know you're watching. We're looking at you. We love you. We're looking at you, Laura from the Big Smoke. We appreciate your comment about the Beatles. We're all big fans. It was a big thing for us to hear tonight, Laura. We love you. Baby E's and B's, little baby E's and B's, and Big Willie Styles. We love you. We can see you. I hope you enjoy the show tonight, people.
Dave's romper room.
Was that your romper room sketch?
I don't know what the hell that was.
I love the very thick kind of South Carolina accent that you adopted there. That was great.
It's my Michael Jackson mixed with Dylan thing or something. Yeah.
No, it's mixed with the guy who ding 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 from
Right. Deliverance.
from Deliverance. Well, great. So,
Show's over. Nice.
That's a great shout out to the family. If you want to be
we love them.
included in, we need a name for that. It's Romper Room. So Dave's depression.
Roper
send in
room.
Dave's Doper Room.
Roper room.
Send in your requests, and Dave will mention you on a future show.
I was happy there. I'm not always happy, and I was very happy there. I really enjoyed that. Just giving love to the family. I love these people.
You looked happy. You looked very happy there.
But you did look happy, but it seems like there's something kind of a little bit bugging you though, a bit, Dave.
Sometimes,
is there?
yeah. Sometimes.
Is there something you have to say about that today?
I don't like this.
Well, I don't really like that either. You were looking for a mirror and you end up getting a tennis racket with the strings cut off.
I'll tell you what's been bugging me lately.
Hold on.
Boys.
Dave's Rants! Dave's Rants! He's really pissed! It's excellent! Dave's Rants! Dave's Rants! Let's watch him lose his shit!
Oh my God. I've been riding bike lately.
Well, let's
A lot
see
of
your
bike.
face. We can't see your face.
I'm doing my own little Jerry Todd over here. I got things going on as well.
I don't like the fact you think
And,
you can.
yeah.
There you go.
I've been doing my own little thing around here. I've been out riding the bike a ton, and I'm just seeing different people on the paths, and I'm looking at them. I'm really checking them out. They probably don't know I'm watching. I got shades on. I wear the Ray-Bans. They're pitch black. No one knows I'm looking, but I'm taking a real good look at these people. And I think my romper room thing might go on again. Just excuse it for a second. And what I'm getting sick of is this right here. I really cannot stand this couple. This whole bicycle for two type thing. I mean, do you have to do everything together? Do you have to always be out there together? The other thing that I'm seeing a lot of that really, really irks me is what I'm calling the weird bicycle. And that is this guy right here.
Yeah.
This is just garbage, okay? You're a show off. You're a jerk. Nobody needs you. You're no good. I can't stand that. You're no different than me, by the way. You're riding that bike on the ground. You got your hands there, wheels. You're huffing and puffing. Your battery goes to 1%, just like the rest of us. Okay, there's nothing special about you. Nothing at all. Drives me nuts. While I'm riding, I pay attention to the cars because you get hit. If you're not looking at the cars, there's some people out there that are backing into their spots. How mental do you have to be to spend the time to get in reverse? And imagine if you're a passenger in that car. You're just dying to get into the club or you're heading into the store. It's about to close. You know how we are. We're impatient people.
Right.
The nightclub. You're impatient. You want to get out. You got your dress shoes on. And this jerk is backing into the spot. Just take an extra 5 minutes out of your impatient mind. I can't handle that. I can't handle impatiency. Chris Harrison got fired from The Bachelorette. That's driving me crazy. I'm a big fan. No reason he should have got fired, okay? They had to give him a big payout. I guess they expected that. Not really. He got some good lawyers and he screwed him. I like that. I don't like this hole in the earring thing. You know what? If you put a hole in your ear, the hole in your ear, the big thing you see,
right.
Rybo, get in a fight with Rybo. He'll take you down. You'll die. Ryan, we had a little episode about fights.
Right
Ryan killed a guy. Killed a guy who had a nose ring. Imagine what he can do to your ear. I don't want to take over the show. I don't want to make this all about me. But so that's all I want to say for tonight, because there's been people bugging me saying you're doing it too much, that kind of thing. I don't like turnips. I've never liked turnips, and I don't like radishes. Drives me crazy, and I hate the wind. Well, I'm on the bike and the wind's blowing. It's very dry in Alberta. Like, I need that. I need to be just dried out and just pour water up my schnoz. Can't stand that. So
okay, well, that was some great stuff there. It's things to keep in mind. We got to move on to the topic, but I just want to say first and foremost, we have a great advertiser this week, a great sponsor. It's the brand new. Did you guys know this, that you can actually put more than one theater into one complex? Did you know this?
Oh, yeah.
Like you go to a movie and there's like more than one movie theater?
There's more than one. And actually, there's actually a place in Winnipeg now that has eight in one. Yeah, it's called the Town Cinema 8. And they're with us this week as this week's sponsor. Hey, come on down to the Town Cinema 8, downtown Winnipeg, where we have, count them, 8 different movies in one location. I know it sounds weird, but there's 8 different movies in one location. Think about that, plus popcorn and drinks and candy, and 8 movies in one location. It's crazy. Come on down to the Town Cinema 8.
Wow. That's awesome. The best is there's only actually 6 movies playing. There's like 2 vacant ones there.
For the best, I remember when that first started, everyone was so like, what? There's 8 theaters in one place? No! That's impossible. But we're dealing with movies this week. We're dealing with the drive-in movies, and in particular, it was kind of a Winnipeg tradition, the all-night drive-in that would happen every long weekend, which would be, I think there was one in September, which is Labor Day weekend, and one in May, which would be Victoria Day weekend.
Yeah.
And this week's special guest, since Mocha Joe stuck it to us, you know what?
What a jerk.
I went and found someone even better that's super excited to be here this week, and she's telling us about her drive-in experiences. One of Dave's favorite entertainers, Miss Ginger Lynn, is here this week.
Oh, Jesus.
Ginger Lynn, I am coming to you live from Las Vegas, Nevada, baby. And I am coming to you to tell you that it's my pleasure, it's my honor, it's my thrill to introduce the Winnipeggers. That would be Speewee, Rybo, Irvis. And this week we're talking about drive-ins. And my first experience, my first naughty experience as a drive-in, there was me and my girlfriend Kelly, her boyfriend Stuart, and my boyfriend Bobby, and we went to the drive-in. And Bobby and I were in the front seat, Stuart and Kelly were in the back, and everybody was making out and making sex and doing all kinds of wonderful things.
Making sex.
And I don't know who brought it up, who made the decision, but we swapped.
What?
My girlfriend and I swapped men. So she got my boyfriend in the front seat. I went into the back with her boyfriend, and I think my girlfriend had a lot better time than I did. Her boyfriend was not the best lover at all, and I know that my boyfriend was. So I've been a naughty girl at so many places. Drive-ins are one of my favorite. Once again, it's my pleasure, it's my honor to introduce the Winnipeggers, Speewee, Ribo, Irvis. Thanks, babies.
All right, that was good.
But she did a good job. Irvis.
She did a great. If they just can't get the Irv, maybe I should put a hyphen in between. If I saw this though, I'd be like Irv ass. There's nothing Irvis. And maybe they think like it's an insult to say Irv ass. Like who the hell would have the name Irv ass?
And it is actually, and that's why that's your actual nickname. And you should maybe put the hyphen there. I'm just wearing this because of snow blindness, because of Winnipeg snow blindness.
Great job by Gingerland. Dave, what's
Great
your
job.
favorite Gingerland movie?
I wouldn't even know. Maybe I don't know what she was in. I should Google it quickly. Sex Boat maybe or something probably.
Wasn't she in Gilligan's Island? Wasn't that her from Gilligan's
Yeah,
Island?
that's the Ginger. That's the Ginger from Gilligan's Island. Yeah, that's the one.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's the one.
But in this Gilligan's Island, she screws every guy that's on the island.
And Mrs. Howell
okay,
too.
she is the one I was thinking. Okay.
Clifford!
I'm blushing.
Okay, so we're talking about the all night. Hey, by the way, Mocha Joe, did you see what Gingerland just did there? She promoted the YouTube show that you said you couldn't do. Well, she could do it. Yeah. And she did do it because bad girls do. And Mocha Joe's a dumb idiot and he's banned. So whatever.
Banned.
Gingerland, not banned. Mocha Joe, banned. Okay.
Exactly.
So all night driving. And what this was is it literally is you would go there on a Saturday afternoon or whatever it was, and then you would line up, and this lineup would go this drive-in. You saw the ad for it a couple of weeks ago. Was in Headingley, which was about 20 minutes outside of Winnipeg or 15 minutes outside of Winnipeg,
sure.
10, whatever. But the lineup would go all the way down the highway, and all it was basically underage high school kids getting ready to drink all night, but also priming up in this giant lineup down the highway. Like, dude, there's hundreds of cars down the highway. How was that allowed?
It's pretty crazy. I mean, drive-in movies were a huge thing for a while. I think this is the Odeon Drive-In, and actually when it opened in 1963, I did a little bit of research.
What?
What?
Ribo?
Doris Day's.
Hold on. Is this a Ribo review? Ribo reviews. Here's the Ribo reviews.
I'm going to review the first movie I ever played there, which was The Thrill of It All with Doris Day. It was a bit of a slow mover by today's standards.
Doris Day.
Anyway, the capacity was 998 cars.
Wow.
That's the capacity. I mean, that's a lot of people. I mean, you got a family of 4. Now, I'm no mathematician, but let's say almost 4,000 people.
Yeah,
that's
I was going to say 400, but you're right. That's 4,000
cars. I was wondering how old you were at first. You're like, first movie I saw there was Doris Day's premiere.
But
pretty
the thing
crazy.
So go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, just waiting in line. You'd wait in line. There's the all-night drive. And I guess, how many movies would they play? They must play like 6 or 7.
No. They'd play, I think 3 for sure, maybe 4. But they would start, you had to wait till it got dark outside.
That's right, yeah.
So it would go like 9 to 11, and then like 12 to 2, and then 3 to 5 or something like that. So it was 3 or 4, but I think it was only 3.
Yeah, and you'd go early to like, I don't know what time they'd open up, but you'd be there, and it's just basically kind of another, we were very crafty when we, growing up in Winnipeg. We knew that there was a lot of places we weren't allowed to drink, including the drive-in, but this was one that we could get away with actually drinking and not being allowed to. And we'd just wait in line, and there'd be just huge lines to get in, and everyone would be drinking and
I remember just
playing frisbee and stuff. And there's a field
playing
there.
frisbee on the side. There's a field because you're right on the side of the road, so kind of the ditch area where all the grass was. But I remember like specifically Guns N' Roses' Lies came out
Yeah.
around one of the times, probably I guess that'd be the May long weekend. And I remember just like sitting in someone's like pickup truck and just cranking. I used to love her, but I had to kill her. A Million to One, Bad Boys Like to Rock and Roll, Reckless Life. Like I remember that whenever I think of the All Night Drive-In, I think of 2 albums. That's the first one that I think of. And the other one I think of is the Vinnie Vincent Invasion, All Systems Go. That one got played tons as well.
What?
Yeah. I remember it being full party mode. It was always trying to get through the checkpoint, make sure you got through the screening where they're going to try to take your booze, sneaking people in, and then just staying up like all night, like the title says, right?
Right. So what you would do is if you when you were I guess what do they call it? Tailgating. You'd be tailgating all day long.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they started going, so you'd probably show up at around 2 or 3, you'd tailgate, maybe 5 or 6, they'd start opening the gates because it would take that long to get everybody in. And it was super slow too, because you would drive up towards the gate and then they would search your car for alcohol.
And that's why the line was so important, that you had to drink all the excess alcohol that you didn't have room
but
to
you
hide.
you didn't want to just be done at 8 o'clock at night. So I remember, I'll never forget the first night when we were all crafting. We had like a case of beer in the trunk and there was a blanket over or something. And the cop was like just a bunch of security guards. They're probably 2 years older than us or whatever. Yeah. They open up the trunk, they look under the blanket, they're like, well, come on. And what they would then do is the ultimate indignity of opening it up and pouring it out in the dirt right in front of you.
Yeah.
You know what that's called? That's called alcohol abuse.
Yeah. Let's ban them.
They're banned.
Boozy bop, city bop, city bop.
That was the one year where we learned we had a very sober all night drive and we were like, never again. So then you would start trying to figure out where to hide it. So I know for me, I had that 76 Volare. So what I did was I got a bunch of Mickeys. Now I don't know if they call them Mickeys in the States, but Mickeys are kind of like small bottles of vodka, like kind of the flat ones. You could hide them down a flask, kind of a bigger flask. So I took 2 of them and put them in the carburetor. I screwed the top off and I'm like, there's this air filter thing in there. I'll just stick it.
Don't really need. Who needs that?
Really need
it wouldn't be in the carburetor, but in the air filter box.
In the air filter box. Close the thing. And this car was a fucking beater, if you guys remember it. It was just the shits. But I pull up and the guy's like, all right, open the trunk. I'm like, sure, no problem, man. Open it up. I think I even had a couple blankets in there for him to look under. Get out of the back seat. Look around. Get the front seat. And then he goes, pop the hood. I'm like, fuck.
Come on.
I'm not kidding. I popped the hood. I guess some idiots would just put like a case of beer in the hood. And he goes, okay, you're fine. Wave through. And it's just this feeling of like you just smuggled like 100 kilos of cocaine into freaking, into Miami and you're ready to go.
I got through. That was the 3 on the tree you had on that car. I remember too. You're like, as you go in.
That's right. So that's how it would all begin. It would be being in this tailgate line, then trying to sneak inside, and then more shenanigans would happen. Ribo.
Hopefully. Well, I was going to backtrack a little bit. And like the first movie I ever saw, that I don't know why, but everyone my age was at this show. Like I swear, everyone I know that was my
everybody would go.
They went to this specific one, which is Flash Gordon with Max von Sydow, aka Ming the Merciless, aka Brewmeister Smith, opening up for E.T. I don't know if you open up as a movie, but whatever.
Hold on. So this is you going as a kid, though.
This is me going as a kid.
Yeah. Okay.
This
is not.
So this is that's kind of my experience going with the family and everything's fine. But the all nighter, obviously, a lot different. I also remember Guns N' Roses. I kind of remember it being Appetite for Destruction.
I remember that was playing too.
I'm sure it was, and there was the one night that I remember being there. We went with Julian Moffat's car, and we tried to smuggle in Sharif Mustafa in his
the tiniest kid ever. By the way,
you were like, "Hey man, you're the smallest." Yeah.
Why are you trying to smuggle him in? To save the $10 or whatever?
I guess I don't know. I can't remember why. I think it was you only you had a maximum per car or something. You might have only been allowed 5 people per car or something. But anyway, took the spare tire out of the whatever, wherever you hold it, and he like curled up in there, and he was like,
And he died.
and he died. Another one of my stories where it ends with a death. Oh, it's a funny story, and unfortunately, he passed away.
Oh God, Ryan.
But they didn't even check us that time. We went in there, we smuggled some booze and stuff like that too. But
They weren't
But I
always bad with it. If it was really busy, they'd be all over you. If it was the long weekends, like the May long weekends, certain key ones, they'd be all over
They
you.
knew too. They knew we were just going to drink. I mean, that was half the fun.
yeah, I mean, I don't think you really once we got in there, I don't remember watching any movies ever. Yeah,
I remember. I remember one time Crocodile Dundee was playing. Just about 86, 87, 88, maybe
Right.
Crocodile Dundee 2. And the other one I remember was Good Morning Vietnam. And I've never seen it since because I just remember I was so drunk at the drive-in, just like, Good Morning Vietnam. I was like, shut up. Gives a shit. Be quiet.
That's funny. I remember being there, and I think it was like Pretty Woman was playing, or something
Yeah, it's
with
probably
Julia
one, yeah.
Roberts. And I remember you being all pissed off and just yelling at the screens, like, "She won't peel because she's a big actress now. She won't peel.
She won't peel.
We want peelers.
Peel it. Take your clothes off."
Take your clothes off. Dave, you got any memories of the all-night drive-in?
Not as good as those. I went with my curling friends. Actually, we were like it was kind of like a Team Virgin night out type thing, and it was weird. I was with Bad Breath Brady, who
he's
was
back?
hanging, and Hoser, and when we were going through the screening, it's like. We didn't even bring booze. We were such losers. And we went through, and Hoser just rips a fart. And those guys still have to look. And we should have brought in like a keg, because the second that they smell his fart, they're like running away from the car.
Yeah.
I remember that. I remember getting booze from somebody when we were there, and I drank a Mickey of like peach schnapps or something garbage, like just a kid, dumb kid shit. I remember being really drunk, and being in Hoser's dad's station wagon, and going to go outside, and I slipped. I came out. I was a bagger at Safeway, and I had these terrible dress shoes on that I slid everywhere I went. I would just slide and fall. And Brady had been pissing outside.
Bad Breath Brady?
Bad Breath Brady's been taking leaks outside the station wagon all night. So I slid into his piss. I had to take the jeans off. They were covered in Brady's piss. I was wearing boxer shorts, so I walked around with boxer shorts and loafers on, like the worst looking bagger shoes you've ever seen. They had like a little wing on the top of them. They were just terrible. And I do remember running into like Al Beaton or somebody, and they had like a box of wake-up pills. He's like, dude, this is going to change your life. And I'm like, oh, what is this?
Pills?
Yeah, they're like these things that you buy at the truck stops in 7-Eleven. They have like a rooster on them. And they're like, they give you just like, I think it's just caffeine. It's crazy amounts of caffeine. And I guess you're not supposed to take like a dozen of them, because Brady and I and Hoser were up till like 9:30 in the morning, like just like this, like la 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 la. Like it was pretty. I'm still awake actually when I think about it.
If
I
you
remember
could
looking in that shitty bathroom at the drive-in, and the mirrors were always kind of like distorted. There was nothing good about that place. It was the cheap mirrors that were kind of
well,
distorted.
they weren't even mirrors. They were kind of
Yeah.
like polished
Pieces-
plastic.
It's
or
like
something.
tinfoil. Tinfoil. You're looking at tinfoil to fix your hair. And I just remember my eyes were these little crosses, and I thought, oh man, am I ever going to come down? And that's my big thing. So I sipped on half of Mickey, and I took some wake-up pills. I was a party animal. But
I'd like to hear a little bit more about Hoser.
that's Randy Field, man. That was his nickname, was Hoser, yeah.
I
I'll
like
tell
that
more
he wasn't
stories
the
of
one
him.
that pissed, but it was a bad breath.
Bad Breath
Oh,
Brady.
Brady's
And
the worst, dude. He was such a
think his
loser to hang
pee
out with.
probably didn't smell that good either.
I'd like
but
to try and find a picture of that guy in the yearbook and see what he looks like.
yeah.
It's funny too, because if you could really, if you could stay up all night, some people would go to like Schmeck's, or they'd go to Salisbury House, owned by the writer of our theme song, Burton Cummings.
Yep.
But that you would have to be really on wake up pills or completely loaded to make it that long. But I do remember those trips home. I think you and I even had one once, Rybo, because I remember there was Neil Fish was with us. Fishy. Remember Neil Fish?
Yeah, we actually, that was I think the same one where we
yeah,
had Julian Moffat's
That might be it.
station wagon, and we hung out. We went driving after. We went all over the city. We were facing the back because it was a station wagons where you could set
Yes.
up the two chairs in the back, and
Yeah,
you just
yeah.
look out the back and you drive.
That's what Hoser's dad had too. You spin him around, you can look out the back. It was crazy.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's so funny because I remember like 3 or 4 different chicks that like I thought like that I was going to have. What are you going to do at 17? Bang them in the back of a car. You don't even know what you're doing, but you might have a kiss.
Not in Westwood.
Well, if you're Ginger Lynn, you could swap partners.
Yeah. Swap.
I didn't know Ginger back
Bad
then.
breath. Get in here.
But every time that I had a girl that I thought lined up, I blew it, and she ended up marrying one of my friends.
Really?
Yeah, Scott Feezy's girlfriend, Natasha. That's one.
Okay, yeah.
He's married to her. Then there was Thorleen and Ian. I think I was involved in there at some point. So I missed out on that. And there's another one too. I think Fishy's girlfriend. Maybe Bad Breath Brady. I'm not sure.
I think that's
Or
when
maybe I'm just-
Hoser and Bad Breath Brady swapped partners. I think
Bad Breath Brady still doesn't have a girlfriend. Okay.
Oh my gosh! So once again, what would our parents be thinking? Like, we're going to the all-night drive-in, and it's like, dude, like we leave at 2 and come back at like 10 a.m. There's no cell phones back then.
Yeah.
There's no, like, my son leaves the house, I can follow on an app where he's driving. You know what I mean? Like, and you guys will get there too. Just wait when they get to be 15, 16, 17. You're just like super nervous. Like, okay, he's got to go driving, but like still you're worried, right?
You're watching them on an app. That's a great episode. We'll just watch them all. Oh, let's live vicariously through them.
You have to wait a few years until your guys are older. But point being, it's like our parents just it was a lot different world back in the late 80s, early 90s, where a lot more trust or a lot more don't give a shit or whatever it may be. Like, I can't believe we were even allowed to do this.
Insane.
Yeah, it was kind of like, I think I may have sold it like, hey, it's the movies, but it didn't fly because the drive-in all-nighter has been going on for 100 years. Everybody had their experiences there, right?
It's like our parents didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen, I saw Jimmy Stewart there, and I'm not letting you go there.
Doris Day was there, first time ever. I remember one time, the very first time I went, Gooj had a car and the rest of us didn't. And Warren and I somehow didn't get to leave on time. So we went to meet Gooj. And this is one of those ones like the Outsiders, where we had a couple bottles of Crackling Valley Rose. It's cooking sherry. Yeah. It's Canadian cooking sherry that we were able to procure from somebody's house or whatever. And we had them like kind of in a bag. And my mom gave us a ride to the drive-in and dropped us off. And then me and Rocky had to like climb through like, he's like, I know there's a hole in the fence somewhere. And we climbed through a hole in the fence and then had to walk through, like you said, Rybo, 998 cars. No cell phone to find out where Higgy and Gooj were looking for the green machine, which was the big green car they had. And it's just,
and you did too, didn't you?
We found them.
That's the thing. You don't need these cell phones. You don't need all these apps. You don't
really
need that.
don't.
You just use your own human intuition that's been around
just look
for
the
millions
hole
of
in
years.
the fence. It'll take you home, baby.
The hole in the fence will tell you. Hey, a hole in the fence and cooking sherry, it's all you need, man. It's all.
Clifford!
Oh, man.
Clifford!
But guys, I mean, like I said, it's a kind of a drive-ins don't really exist anymore. So it's another one of those things that we will always remember that kind of doesn't even exist anymore. So here's to the all-night drive-in.
Yeah. Cheers to the old DI.
Cheers.
The DI.
Actually, there is one place in Morden, Manitoba, and they're still open. They're still doing. They're not
Really?
doing all-nighters, but they actually did. Metallica just did that.
The drive-in show.
Drive-in thing. So they actually had a live concert at all these drive-ins, and it actually played there.
Nice.
Well, that would have been good if it was Metallica followed by Anthrax followed by Raven. It's the all-night metal show.
There you go.
We'll go next time. But thanks to everybody who watched the show today. We appreciate the Town Cinema 8,
Love you.
which was great. Don't forget, guys, there's actually a place where you can get 8 movies in one location. You can find that in Winnipeg, down in McGillivray down there. Thanks to the great Ginger Lynn.
Thank you, Ginger.
Gave us a great cameo. That's money's worth through the roof. And no thanks to that piece
Mocha
of crap,
Joe.
Mocha Joe. Yeah,
Mocha
exactly.
Joe. I see you, Mocha Joe. I got you. I see you. Not much love coming this way, Mocha.
His real name's like Savio Vega or something like that too. So we don't even care what your real name is, Mocha Joe. You miserable prick.
Yeah.
Denied.
Yeah, you're banned for life.
He's just totally under contractual obligations.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for letting us know your business with Larry David, by the way.
Yeah.
Real
I'm not
real
allowed
professional jerk.
I'm not allowed to. Oh, really? Because every other cameo I've bought over the last 8 months, has done it, and then he backtracks. Why? Just personally won't do it. No disrespect.
Oh, it was a
to him.
personal thing. I thought he tried to blame Larry, which would be even worse.
He wasn't trying to blame Larry. He's trying to blame Cameo.
Sorry, just the one question. Isn't that what a cameo is? It's you just come in and it's not your thing, but you just it's like
You're giving something away.
you just
It's a
come in there
giveaway.
and-
The definition of cameo by proxy would be exactly what Mocha Joe was supposed to do.
Yeah.
And he didn't.
Maybe that's Mocha Joe's bit.
Maybe he doesn't do any. It's just like
Yeah,
he's
he
on
just
cameo, but he never does one. It's like
Not allowed to. Well, actually, I
Sorry.
could, but I'm not going to. Oh,
We'll do some research and discuss this
Yeah.
further next week, guys. We'll be back next
Send
week.
him another
with,
message. I'd like to follow up more on that. We got to get to the bottom of that. It sounds fishy. I don't like
You
that.
guys
There's
should all
something
get on
fishy going
Cameo and send him the exact same message to see what he says.
That'd be
Guys, I
great.
told you I'm not gonna do it. Not gonna do it.
I'm sure he's on Facebook. I'll just send that to me and I'll copy and paste and just hit him all day. I got the day off tomorrow. I'll just hit him all day.
We'll see you next week, guys, for Show and
See you
Tell
guys.
Part 2. It's going to be great.
Cheers. Love you guys.
awesome. Cheers.